From 9-to-5 corporate worker, being in corporate America, to having a well-paid side hustle and being a well-paid side hustlepreneur. All right, so that is what I'm going to talk about tonight. So you're definitely going to want to stay tuned. I'm going to quickly jump into my story. I'm going to get right into it. My story is that over a year ago, I was stuck in a job that I literally hated. I was having anxiety attacks every Sunday. The work environment was just miserable. I was working way too hard and I hated my work environment. And that's not everybody's story, but that is mine. And I own that story because that is real to me, and it was something that I was going through. And a lot of people don't want to talk about that. A lot of people don't want to be real with those experiences. A lot of people don't want to be real with having admin that is toxic, that literally they're miserable with their life. So they decide every day, because they have the power to, they're going to come and they're going to make their workers' lives miserable, right? And that was a reality that I was going through. So that said, while working my full-time job, I made a choice that forever changed my trajectory, and it also allowed me to quit a toxic salary job, and I was able to go on to make a lot of money online because I made a choice. Okay, I made a choice to build a side hustle that, you know, was worth my time. Okay, and that paid well, and wasn't just something where I was making extra. Okay. So here's the decision, right, that I made, right? My decision was that I could continue to stay in that work environment, or I could find another toxic job just like the one that I left, right? Or I could take what was in front of me. And at the time, I had already begun to build this side hustle that I'm going to talk about today. And I, you know, when I first started, I only wanted to make an extra $1,000 a month. I easily surpassed that. And then I started to realize, oh shoot, you know, this vehicle is allowing me to do that. I wonder if I can make this full time. And when I realized the potential of that, that's when I was like, you know what, this is the decision that I'm making. I'm making a decision to use this. Okay, so I decided to use what I already had in front of me, and just by sharing this vehicle with other people, right, and sharing this vehicle system with others that I didn't even know, right? I didn't have to share this with family and friends. I was able to make great money, and I decided to be a professional, and I decided to show others how to make this work for them too, as it has for me. So as you see right here on the right, this is you know, the first big check that I was able to get from the company, and I was really excited about that, and it really just boosted my esteem. And it really just helped me understand the potential of this. Okay, so let's talk about this corporate side hustle. You know, I'm not talking about someone, you know, doing what I did and being like, you know, deuces, right? Because here's the reality. On the flip side, there's a lot of people in corporate 9-to-5 jobs who they like where they are, right? So if you like that, keep that. Don't let somebody tell you that to be an entrepreneur that you gotta, you know, you gotta work for yourself full time. No, you don't, because here's the reality. Here's another reality. If you look at these incomes that are here, 7 days, 2,000, 7 days, 1,000. I was able to do that while working full time. While working full time, I've kind of pulled these out to show that example. While working full time. So can you build a well-paid side hustle alongside your corporate 9-to-5? Yes, you can. Yes, you absolutely can. And the reality is that if you're in corporate America, right, you already have the sauce. You already have the skill sets. You already have what you need to be able to be successful with this side hustle. Because here's the thing. If you're in any type of corporate America or well-paid 9-to-5, right? You've had to get certifications, trainings. You've had to learn networking. You've had to learn to connect with other people. You went to school for multiple years, right? All of those skill sets that you have spent years nurturing and giving to your job and pouring into your job and pouring into your work, you could literally pour into your side hustle and let it make money for you. And that's what I want people to understand, is that you have what you need to translate into a well-paid side hustle for yourself. Okay? All right. So here's what you don't need to have success with this. You don't need to be an entrepreneur or to even have entrepreneurial background. You don't need to have a biz background, and you don't need to have a sales background. What you do need, however, is you do need to understand that this is a legitimate business. This side hustle is a legitimate business. It does take some work. It does take learning some skills, basic skills, right? And it takes the ability to be coachable and make some time and effort, right? Because no side hustle, I don't care if you were driving Uber and you never showed up to drive Uber, that side hustle wouldn't pay you neither, right? So anything that you want to make work for you, you have to not only be coachable, but make time and effort for what it is that you want to manifest in your life, including this well-paid side hustle. So if and when you choose to do these things, to understand this is a legitimate business, that it takes some work, that it takes learning some skills, it takes being coachable, it takes making some time and some effort. If and when you choose to do just that, you'll get out of it what you put into it, okay? So, the great thing is that you can be shown step by step and learn how to do exactly this, all right? So, you can learn how to do this, all right? So let's talk about the side hustle economy, because this is like a real dynamic that is happening in the US. The side hustle is the new economy. By 2020, more than half of US households will have earned in the side hustle economy. That means that more than half of households have some type of side hustle. 47 million people will join the side hustle economy in the next 5 years. So that means even in the future, people will continue to join this side hustle economy. And that's for a lot of reasons. Salaries are getting deflated. Salaries are becoming flat because of the economy. A lot of jobs have taken positions that used to be well salaried and they split it into three. This is the contractor economy, where jobs that used to give great salaries and benefits, now they're like, well, we'll cut out the benefits, we'll decrease the salary a little bit, pay somebody about a third of what we used to pay, and outsource the rest, right? You look at what Amazon is doing, right? So it's the contractor side hustle economy, okay? So even people who have great salary positions, they're always looking for an additional side hustle, because the days of getting 5%, 7%, 10% raises, for a lot of salaried workers, those days are gone, right? And that's based on the economy, okay? So how do most people make money with the side hustle economy? Well, there's a lot of ways there. There's no shortage of ways that you can make money, but some typical ways that people make money is selling things online. We're talking about like Etsy, things like that, Uber, getting roommates, influencer marketing, affiliate marketing. The two in the middle are some of my favorites. Doing surveys, doing consulting, which is a great way to also make money, and blogging. Okay, but what I like about the way that I'm going to expose you to today is it allows you to earn commissions that are worth your time, your expertise, right? Because if you work in corporate America, you have an expertise. Okay, you may not feel like you have some expertise, but baby, you got some expertise. Okay, so the problem with a lot of these ways that I'm showing you right now is that they rely on you exchanging large amounts of time for money, and typically for a lot of those ways, the money is not worth the amounts of time that you have to exchange. Okay, and the end goal for people to have a well-paid side hustle is they don't want to have to slave their life away to make commissions that make sense. So 99% of side hustles, you must give up large amounts of your time for money. Even if that side hustle pays well, you're giving up large amounts of your time. All right. So with this system, with this income system, which is a well-paid side hustle, you can learn how to get more money while freeing up time. And I want to show you this as an example. So let's go back to this example here. While I was working full time, I was working 60 plus hours a week, right? Lesson planning, teaching, doing all these things, right? And while I'm doing that, I'm able to bring in what you see right here on the left, right here on the right, able to do that. Okay. And that really shows what's possible. So really I was putting in, on a low week, 5 to 7 hours. On a higher week, 10 to 15, and able to bring in, you know, this income, right? And there's other weeks when I made way more, right? So I just wanted to just point that out as an example. Okay, now let's go back to why I believe that what I'm gonna show to you and what you're gonna learn about is the best leverage side hustle. First of all, you know, the side hustle that I do allows you to work anywhere, right? And for me, that's very important. So anywhere you have your phone, anywhere you have your computer, I'm in my bedroom right now, right? I can work my side hustle. You can work your side hustle. You don't, you know, when I wanted to create extra income for myself, when I, you know, first started in corporate America, one of the things that I did was I got a part-time job at Walmart as a cashier. Okay. And I had to work so many hours in order to bring home a decent income. And, you know, to be honest, I did not like the floor manager, or whatever they call them, the floor managers or whatever. I mean, they was cool, but, you know, honestly, they was incompetent, and it was just craziness, right? You stand on your feet all day, your legs hurt. It's just not ideal, right? It's not ideal. You know, you're rushing from one job going to another. Well, you know, here's the thing. You can work anywhere, right? You can create your own environment. One of the things is that I talked about why I left my job was that I did not like the environment. It had nothing to do with really the pay and all those other things. It was the environment. I hated it, right? So when you have a side hustle that is leveraged and is well paid, you can create your own environment. Okay, you can work in a cafe. You can work in your bedroom like I'm working right now, right? You have a flexible schedule. If you decide that you want to work your side hustle, you know, from 9 p.m. to 10, or you want to work it, you know, whenever, 1 o'clock in the morning, 6 a.m., 5 a.m., whenever you choose that you want to work your side hustle, you can work it. There's no boss over you telling you, oh yeah, you have to give me your schedule for the week. Things like that, things that you have to typically do when you get a part-time job and things like that. You don't have to do that, which is really amazing. Okay, you can work your side hustle around your life, around your priorities, right? And then another thing is you get to leverage social media. What do I mean by that, right? There you can literally learn to leverage what you're on every single day to grow your side hustle income. Talking about Facebook, talking about Instagram, talking about YouTube. These are social media platforms that you can learn, right, to leverage through this system, and that the system actually shows you how to do, right? Now, another reason why this is one of the best leverage side hustles is because there's low risk and high reward. What do I mean by that? Typically when people want to start a business or to earn the income that I showed you before, they gotta invest thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in order to be able to do that on a weekly basis, right? To have a return on investment, right? With this, there's low risk and high reward, right? That's pretty amazing. 100% direct commissions with this system. A level playing field. That means that anybody can come into this, right? Come in as a beginner. Someone can come in and they can, you know, they're on a level playing field with everybody else, right? Nobody is above anybody, right? It's a level playing field. And then of course the tax benefits. You know, being a business owner, you're able to claim so many things on your taxes. When I bought this phone, this iPhone, I was able to not only claim the purchase of the phone, the case, all the accessories that went with it, my phone plan, I was able to write off the hours that I spent doing business on my phone. I mean, I could go on and on about tax benefits, but there's so many things that you can write off. And what does that do? That increases your income, because things that the average person, they got to pay a monthly cell phone bill. They got to do this. They got to do that. My business, as a business owner, I'm able to write these things off on my taxes. Okay. You are able to do that. Okay. So that's why you want to have a leveraged side hustle. Okay. So let's talk about my choice for a side hustle. As you see here in this picture, let me move myself. This program that I use as my side, I leverage as my well-paid side hustle, has paid out over $800,000 in commissions to everyday people like me. okay, like you, when you decide that this is what you're going to use. All right. It's also a digital program, meaning that you know, we can use this again anywhere we have a phone or a computer, digital, right? We don't have to sit there and have a closet full of stuff. You know, literally it's digital, okay, online. All right. Now, this is why I keep calling it one of the best corporate side hustles, because the thing is, if you are working corporate America, you work a 9 to 5, a well-paid 9 to 5, okay? You're used to getting paid well, right? Last thing you want is to sit there and work a side hustle, and you know, you drive Uber all day, and you worked at Walmart all day, and you did all of this and all of that, and you get a commission or you get a paycheck, and it ain't even worth. You like, man, what the hell? What is this? I get excited with this every time I get a $250, $500, $1,000 commission with this program. Okay, so we're talking about corporate level commissions, right? Because if you're talking about per hour, right, you put in, let's say you got $1,000 commission. Okay, let's say for the week you put in, you know, 10 hours of, you know, work in your side hustle business. Okay, you're talking about, you're making $100 an hour. Okay, you know, let's say you put in 5 hours and it produced $1,000 commission from your efforts. Okay, that's worth your time. That's almost $200 an hour. So these are corporate level direct commissions that you're able to earn from this system. All right. Now, when people wonder, well, can I do this? Okay, Shin, you're talking about this best paying corporate side hustle, but can I do this too? Well, here's the thing. When you decide that you're going to partner with this system, and you're going to learn how to produce for yourself a well-paying corporate side hustle, you're going to get a training blueprint, which literally shows you how to do the things that I've talked about in the beginning, how to leverage social media to be able to grow a well-paying side hustle for yourself, how to be able to use those skill sets for yourself that you already possess. You already possess these skill sets, right? You just need to know how to apply them to your well-paying side hustle so that you can earn these commissions. All right. Now, one of my favorite thing is that when you show other people this training blueprint that you're provided, you plug them into it. When they purchase a package, okay, let's say they came in to this at the $250. There's $250, $500, $1,000 are, you know, the package levels for people who want to have a well-paying side hustle. Okay, now someone comes in at the $250 package, right, into your system, your digital store. They get that, you make $250 commissions. Congrats to you. When they go out and they get their first commission, they keep it. Their second one, they pass up. Your income is doubling just by helping plug people that you bring into this well-paid side hustle with you, by plugging them into the blueprint. Now your income is growing. Okay, so you can double your commissions, which is leverage. Listen, you go out, you drive Uber all day. You work at Walmart all day and they give you a check. Uber, you make a couple, you know, dollars or however much you make. Ask Uber if you can double your commissions. Ask Walmart if they can double your paycheck for you. No, it can't happen. But it can happen. This leverage is built in for you into this side hustle, into this system, which is why I say it's the best corporate side hustle ever. Okay? So, let's talk about some people who are using this corporate side hustle, right? So we have Nene. I always like to say Nene, but it's Nene, right? Nene is a mom and she's a boss lady, right? And has an infant. Okay, so I'm like, hats off to her, right? So she doesn't have a lot of time, but she's been able to use this system and been able to make these $250 commissions over and over and over again, which is helping her, is just infuse so much confidence into her, and she's able to use this system. Okay, so shout out to Nene, right? Then we have Jack here. Jack is crushing it right now. Okay, she made $500 in 48 hours with this corporate side hustle, and he's a corporatepreneur and is currently using his commissions to invest in real estate. Okay, so you know, again, people who come from corporate America, even if you have no experience per se in sales or whatever, you can do this. Okay, just like Nene learned the way. Nene was like, I don't know, Shannon, if I could do this, and then she's like, oh my gosh, I can do this. I was like, yes, you can, right? It's all about getting a blueprint and being willing to apply the blueprint, okay? And having a system like this that already allows you to earn, okay? Then we have Cora Beth Richardson. She's currently in public relations. And while she's working her full-time job, she is using this system to be able to earn herself commissions, all right? $250, $500, and $1,000 commissions. All right, so hats off to her. Hats off to people who are realizing that you can be in corporate America and still earn on the side corporate America commissions. Okay. All right. So here's the thing. You know, if you do what you've always done, you'll always have what you got right now. So, you know, for those of you who are watching this, and you're thinking to yourself, you know, should I take the leap? Should I start a well-paid side hustle for myself? Well, you know what? I made that decision a year ago. It's benefited me. I'm always sharing with people, right? Be in a position to have a well-paid side hustle before you need a well-paid side hustle, right? Because, you know, having a well-paid side hustle puts you in a position to be truly in control of your economy. Right? Something goes to the left, something goes to the right. You don't like something, whatever. Right? You have built something for yourself. Okay? So, if you want to learn more, you want to see the full presentation, and you want to learn more about this well-paid side hustle that I've been speaking about, I want you to go to corporatesidehustle.com. Again, that website is corporatesidehustle.com. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe to my channel, hit the notifications bell. If you're watching this on Facebook, comment below with any questions that you have, and I look forward to connecting with you soon. Bye, my friends.